Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here, welcome back to another Monster Hunter World video, and today we're doing something a little different. This is the start of a new series that we're calling High Rank Hunters, and the idea behind this is to introduce you guys to other awesome members of the Monster Hunter community, content creators, streamers, speedrunners, etc, and begin by finding out a little bit more about them, but more importantly, getting tips from them on the way that they play. There's a lot of really good players out there, and while the fundamental weapon basics apply to us all, it's only through spending hundreds of hours with a particular weapon that you truly begin to learn it inside out. So in this series, we're going to speak to some different people and get an insight into the way that they play and approach the game. Today we're going to be kicking that off with someone I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, but that is TDS or Team Darkside Chris. How's it going, man?
Hey man, what's up? So glad to be here, man.
It's awesome to have you here. So just in case people out there haven't seen your content before, let's start with who are you and what do you do?
So, I'm Chris, and I play a lot of Monster Hunter with my team a lot, and I play since Monster Hunter Tri in 2010 I started, and I fell in love with the series right away, and I'm playing it ever since.
Okay.
And now with Monster Hunter World, I'm really excited to have a cool Monster Hunter game, and I'm still playing this game, and I'm still having a lot of fun.
Nice. What was it kind of back in Tri that actually got you like hooked on the game?
That was mostly... I really loved the online mode and the old interaction. You could hunt with 4 people, and you could basically... I met a lot of friends in Monster Hunter Tri, and I was socializing a lot in this game, and playing together with these guys, getting to learn new players, learning English in Monster Hunter Tri as well. Was for me.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely an unforgettable experience.
Awesome. Well, you obviously use a wide range of weapons. If you had to pick, what's your weapon of choice? And can you give people a general tip if they're picking that up for the first time?
So, when we talk about Monster Hunter World, my favorite weapon definitely is the Charge Blade. And that is because I started playing it a little bit for Ultimate when it came out originally. But I feel like now in World it's totally back. It's way more fun than it has ever been before. And I'm using it so much, and it's so much fun. Most importantly, what I like about the Charge Blade is that going into Ultra Burst, Super Burst, and stuff like that is back from after generations. It's back again. You can do that stuff. It's super exciting, and new things like charging the sword. That's really nice, and also these new mobility moves that we have introduced with Monster Hunter World allows for a way more diverse Charge Blade gameplay, and that's what I really like about it.
Nice,
and
awesome.
Yeah, about a tip. Charge Blade is really complicated at first when you start out with the weapon, but it's actually more complicated. It seems to be more complicated than it actually is. Once you know the basics, once you are familiar with the basic controls, you will very soon realize how much fun this weapon can be in Monster Hunter World. It's a great weapon.
Nice, awesome. So, remaining with the Charge Blade for a moment, can you share your favorite build for this weapon and tell us a bit more about it?
So most of the time I really like to play with impact files because yeah, the KO damage and everything, that's really a lot of fun, and that's why I play mostly the Diablos Tyrannus 2 Charge Blade. It's a raw damage Charge Blade. Most of you guys probably know it. It's one of the best Charge Blades in the game in terms of damage output as well, and I run it I like to run it with non-elementalist boost to get that 10% attack increase, as well as capacity boost for an extra file. And then what I'm trying to do, obviously I'm using artillery +3 as well, get a 30% more file damage, because yeah, we're all about the max file damage, right?
Definitely.
And then what I'm also trying to do always is go for attack. Some of you might know that attack is more like valuable, I can say maybe, for Charge Blade, because attack affects our Charge Blade damage and our file damage, and that's why I really like to go for attack skills like Agitator or Attack, and instead of crits, for example, because that affects my file damage as well. So I'm running attack +7. And then I'm also running guard +3, and that is because some monster attacks that are technically guard pointable cause a high recoil, and with high recoil that prevents you from going into those combo moves like using an Ultra Burst after a guard point or something like that. And if you use guard +3, you can basically go into a super or ultra like counter attack directly after every guard point, which is really nice. I really like it. So I'm running that, and then I think I'm also running one more skill. Yeah, focus, obviously, focus +3.
Ah, yes.
Which is so nice, man. I really like to be able to charge my files so rapidly. It's super nice. And then the last skill I have is health boost +2 in my set.
Okay, yeah.
Because, you know, we're hunting all the temper monsters for those attack decoration grind, right?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah, and some monsters like Tempered Basil with these crazy random explosions at tempered level, they can deal a lot of damage. So having the extra health boost +2 that stacks with the attack in this game, with the food, with the food HP buff, is really, really, really nice and makes you a little bit more defensive and not card as much.
Yeah, I guess it also kind of allows you to be a little bit more reckless, right? Like you've got that little bit more health, so if you want to try and be a bit risky, then you might not end up dying from it.
That's exactly what I'm also thinking about this. Yeah.
Now, assuming someone out there is watching and thinks, I really want to get better with the Charge Blade, what are some advanced tips that you can offer?
So about Charge Blade, I would say there are two things that I think make a difference if you see somebody use a weapon between one that just started playing the weapon or somebody that played the weapon for a long time and almost mastered the weapon. And that the first thing is guard points. So guard points make this weapon, if you're able to pull off a guard point nicely and then counter attack with an Ultra Burst after this, this is just so rewarding. It's such a nice feeling. And the thing about guard points is the more you study, the more you know your monster that you're hunting, the better you'll be guard pointing. So it's not only about the weapon itself, it's also a lot about your knowledge about the monster, you know? And so anticipation, if you know a monster, if you practice a lot, then you're able to anticipate the monster's move way better, and that allows you to guard point more successfully. And then also, strike with full power back with the counterattacks. And that's a really, really nice thing to do with Charge Blade. That's a lot of fun. And that requires, to just know your monster, I guess. So a lot of practice in terms of that. And that, I think, is something to go for when you want to master the weapon. And the second thing is mobility. As I said it like really shortly before, we got the new moves, the mobility moves, Monster in the World. I'm really excited about them. They allow you to move way more freely and change positioning way quicker than ever before with Charge Blade. That's really nice. And using these in the right moment and the right timing, they can really allow you to deal a lot more damage if you know how to use them for your advantage, you know. It's really nice.
Now, you focus a lot on speedruns. How does that change the way you approach the hunts? What do you think about when speedrunning is your focus, apart from obviously getting the job done super quickly?
So what we're most of the time trying to find is what deals the most damage. And when we find something that's interesting and that looks to be really good, then we're like, what if we try this 4-player? What if we come up with a nice strategy? And then we think about something, and sometimes it works out and we try it. And sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does. And I know, just trying to go for things that work really nice in this game and then trying to play it with 4 players and come up with something crazy, that's a lot of fun for us. And what we're also sometimes doing is watching some Japanese solo runs, getting some inspiration, and then also trying to maybe improve the strategy, trying this with 4 people and seeing how we can like pull off some crazy, some nice stuff for people to watch. And sometimes, for example, once we saw a really nice aerial greatsword solo run from TSC on YouTube.
Okay. And
we were instantly like, wow, this is crazy. This great aerial greatsword deals a lot of damage. What if we try this 4-player and do this on Odogaron high rank that has like a spawn really close to the base and with a ledge right where Odogaron is, so we could basically use that ledge to go for a 4-player aerial. And then we were trying this out, and we were able to we killed Odogaron in 46 seconds.
Wow.
That was so much fun, you know.
That's amazing.
That was really crazy. Yeah.
I'll link that video down below for those of you guys that want to see that. So, as a final thing, are there any particular moments or clips that you're especially proud of that you can share with everyone out there? Something epic that you might have pulled off in Monster Hunter World?
Okay. So, the moment that I'm most proud of, and that I was certainly most excited about was when we hit the highest damage number in Monster Hunter World. We were able to get 5,600 damage with one single greatsword chop.
It's crazy.
And that was just crazy. It took us a long time to get this perfectly straight because there were so many factors we had to consider and that had to work at the same time in order to get this.
Yeah, yeah. I remember watching your stream. I think for about like a week, just sort of following you guys trying to do that one.
Yeah,
we'll keep exactly how you did it like a surprise. Like, so Chris is, for those of you guys watching, Chris is planning to upload a video on this anyway. So if it's live by the time this conversation is out, I'll link it down below. If it's not, I'll just link his channel. So it will be up and he'll explain the whole thing there. But yeah, it was super exciting to see. I mean, following that throughout the week and sort of seeing you guys line everything up, because it was one of those crazy moments where like so many things had to be aligned, because you had to do that as a team, right? That couldn't be done solo.
Yes. We had four players.
Yeah, sweet. All right, well, that is super awesome. So that gives you guys an insight into who Chris is. Again, hopefully you guys know this already. If you don't, then click his channel down below. He streams. He also makes videos on YouTube. You can follow him on Twitter. All the relevant links will be down below. Thank you so much, Chris, for joining me. Super awesome to chat with you, as always.
Thank you so much, Arekkz. It's a huge honor for me to be on your channel.
And I'll thank you very much to you guys for watching as well. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like button. Let us know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this series. If you want to hear from more people, if you do, then let us know who you'd like me to chat to next. But for the time being, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.